Well guys, I'm back to using the Panasonic for now. I'm going to wait till my microphone comes in for the GoPro. Basically the mic that I got is called the Polar Pro GoPro mic for Hero 2, 3, 3 Plus, and 4. Basically that's how it sits on a Hero 3. You do get this foam insulator to put over top of the mic. Yeah, it was 60 bucks cheaper on Future Shop than it was on friggin' eBay. On eBay, they wanted $100 for this same setup. And I was like, holy, okay, that's going to take, I have to wait for my next Google check for that one probably. And then I saw it here for $54, and only problem is it's not available in stores. Even though it says it's available in stores, it's not in North Bay anyway, so I had to custom order that thing, and that was fun. So first time ever ordering on Future Shop website and having it delivered. We'll see how well that goes. As you can tell, my GoPro Hero 4 is already configured with this shell casing, so all I got to do is stab the microphone in the side and Bob's my uncle, you know what I'm saying? But man, this thing records in file formats that are massive. Like, I regret the day, and I hope to Christ Pug 1 gets a better MacBook before he friggin' decides to pop the video files off of this into his Macintosh computer. Let me tell you a little something like that. The camera records in like this really weird codec, which isn't quite H.264, not really, what's the other one, AVC HD. It's not a MOV file, it's an MP4, but the compression algorithm on it is ridiculous. Like, the camera, this Panasonic right now, is recording at 24 megabits a second, H.264, no, sorry, AVC HD, 24 megabits a second at 1080p at 60 frames a second. This thing here, depending on the mode you have it in, is what it records. In 720p, if you have Pro Tune turned on, it does 45 megabits a second. If you have it in 4K, 15 frames per second with Pro Tune turned on, it still records at 45 megabits a second. This thing likes to consume your memory card. I have a 32 gig card in here. I can only store 90 minutes of footage. Now the computer I'm editing on, it's an older i7. It's a first generation i7, 2.66 gigahertz, quad core twin thread, running Sony Vegas 12, because 13 just sucked. And I went to go and edit the footage last night, and it was like, you go to jump cut, so you're cutting out the parts, and you go to hit delete, and the computer freezes for like a good 5 seconds while it's deleting the segments. All because of the size of the friggin' files. I was like, holy shit, what's going on? So I looked it up. Now people with lower end Macintoshes running the old Core 2 Duos, they're getting crash reports when they're trying to friggin' edit the footage. So I was like, holy shit, like if Pug 1 tries to make a whole daily video with this, he's gonna fucking lose it and throw his MacBook through a window. One of the things they suggest is using a program like Handbrake or MPEG Streamclip to basically convert the files from the native GoPro blah to not native GoPro blah. Now I also installed the GoPro software on my computer, which has an import function, so I'm going to try that when I get the microphone, see if it imports it into a format that isn't so hard to work with. Because yeah, the native format, what a pain in the cock. Friggin' nice video footage though, oh my goodness, does that ever come out clean? But a real pain in the cock. So I think with that microphone, on this GoPro with my setup, I should have quite the friggin' rig to do some awesome videos with. And something I want to do is when I make the drive down to visit Bloke and Pug and all that, is I'm going to have that camera stabbed in the window, and I'm going to do like Pug does there with the time-lapse picture taking, because it doesn't use that much battery power. That, and you can also charge and go, so you can plug it into your charger in the car and drive, like, goes places and have it do the time-lapse footage. So I can do like a super time-lapse run from North Bay to London, and that would probably look kind of cool, probably. I'm still going to bring this camera with me when I go vlogging and stuff. Not to say that the GoPro isn't fun to use, I just find I'm so used to vlogging with a camcorder, and no, it's not a waste of money for the GoPro, trust me, I'll friggin' have a use for it. It's just right now I find the audio sounds too, I want to say butchy. Like it sounds kind of, I don't know, kind of hollow. But hopefully that mic will fix it, and the lapel mic will fix it. The other thing I got to do is find a better way to stabilize it in the car, because the current angle that people view it on, you're seeing nothing but sky. I got to get the camera higher and down lower, and something I can do in the summer actually, once you know, all this friggin' snow frigs off, is I can put it back in the hard case and stick it on my sunroof, or leave it in that case because the lens is covered up. It's got a lens cover on it, you can sort of tell right there, eh? That's just a Lee press on friggin' lens cover. And then I can put my microphone, my lapel mic on it, open the sunroof just a bit, put the suction cup mount on the outside, run the lapel mic inside onto my shirt, and then you guys can get this like top view from the car while I'm in the car talking, and it might be a funny shot, maybe. I don't know. That's some of the options for video types that we can do with the GoPro that we can't really do with this camera because it's heavier than frig. Holy crap, the video files are huge. Like editing on the old dirty GoPro Hero 2, like editing on this thing here, easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know what I'm saying? It's friggin' cake. Where you try to edit on the GoPro Hero 4, whole different format, you know, and it's just this massive train wreck of a file that causes nothing but problems when you're editing. Now, I haven't tried any other editors. I only tried Sony Vegas. It probably works fine. Friggin' can't even remember the name of it, like Magix or Power Director, which a lot of my friends use, Power Director. But let me just show you really quick what happens when you import a file into Sony Vegas and you hit spacebar to play it once the fucking software loads. There we go. Here, let's grab something that's fairly long here. Oh, that sounded dirty. So here we got a what? A 2-minute clip which weighs in at 692 megabytes. And watch when I hit play. Don't know what kind it is, but it's got struts on the front skis, so you know when you got suspension on the front skis. You see that? Chances are it goes. See the video just lagging? Not really any stories on Facebook, which is awesome. Just people posting pictures. Normally I use Facebook to get the ideas. Like, it's so bad. It's going to turn Canada into like Vietnam and North Korea pretty much, where. So there you go. Like, you badmouth the government. Like, that's pretty brutal. Oh, I love this picture. There's me in owl mask mode, and there's a hooker totally banged out by a quad. So what I ended up doing last night was I got that MPEG stream clip, installed it, and I did a batch conversion of the video files from GoPro to native not GoPro to MP4 H.264, and that solved the problem. I could do everything. The quality was diminished a bit, so it went from 45 megabits a second down to 8 megabits a second, but it wasn't really that noticeable. And I was recording with this thing here at 720 elemental P's, so not a big deal, not a big deal. Now the GoPro software does have an import wizard and a conversion wizard. It looks like it converts it to either AVI or MOV. I chose MOV because fuck AVI, that's old school tech. My freaking editor really likes to bag out on DivX files too, so I figured we'll go with the MOV format. Once I get the new microphone, we'll go back to that camera. For now, I'm going to use this camera just because it's easier. I'd also like to get the light module like Bruce has. It's just a light that goes off to the side, runs off a couple AA batteries, I guess. I could have a light on this here too to light up the scene, so when I'm vlogging myself and it's a dark room, I can at least turn on the light and you can get some eyes on the skies, you know what I'm saying? So I'd probably pick that up off of Fast Tech. They got them there pretty cheap and they're not too bad. Just like, you know, 2 AA's and probably 32 friggin' LEDs in the thing, and not the good kind, not the Cree, like the old dirty LEDs that you get from the buck store. So I was sitting here and I'm like, okay, well I edited those 2 vlogs last night and I never uploaded them. I'm like, oh, well, I better start the upload process right now because get those up so I'm good till, well now I'm good till when? I think I'm good till Monday. I think I'm good till the 16th. Maybe the 17th, I don't know. Checking. Yeah, I'm good till March 16th, which is next Monday. So we got plenty of time to bang out more videos and get a little ahead of ourselves. I want to make sure that I got a nice little buffer for when I go down south because yeah, I don't really want to have to worry about editing and uploading when I'm down there. I really don't. I'd rather have all my footage on my camera, you know, film everything I want when I'm down there, come back home and then edit and upload and still have room to play. You know, that way there I can try and take the footage and make something funny out of it. Another thing, and it's glad I dropped the time coding because the GoPro Hero 4, unlike this camera here saves the timestamp to all the video files. So when you pull them off the memory card and put them on the computer, unlike the GoPro, when you pull them off the GoPro and put them on the computer, it doesn't save the timestamp. It changes it to the day it was created on the computer. This one here holds the original timestamp from when it was created on the camera. And I really like that feature because it helps me decide like what day it was, and that's how I used to do the timestamps. Is I had basically the time, it would pull it right from the timestamp and fill that in. The date, it would basically just tell me the date, so I would just go on the calendar and look up, okay, was that a Thursday? Oh, it was a Thursday? Okay, change that to Thursday, which is why sometimes it screwed up, because sometimes I just never bothered changing it. In North Bay, Ontario part that was just default, but when all the friggin' malarkey started happening with Sony Vegas, I dropped that whole template, and I haven't gone back to it, and I don't plan on going back to it. I kind of like the way that things are now. Every day a video, you know, something to watch in the morning while you're taking your morning dump or eating your bowl of Raisin Bran. Good enough, right? Good enough. Like, we don't need to go completely pro. We just want to have fun making videos. That's basically why I do this, because for me it's fun making videos. So we got a bit of a douse last night. Yeah, we got friggin' snowed on pretty shittily. That sucked. Not much we can do about it. The driveway looks fine though. I thought the end of the driveway was gonna be pretty bad when I heard the plow dick come by, but looks like I should be able to clear it as long as both tires are still inflated. Passenger side tire, not trying to pretend it's driver side tire. What's going on with that nonsense? Well, tonight once again it's me and Bruce running the show. But if it's anything like last night, it'll be me and Bruce running a snore show, because we're both going to pass out from boredom, because my goodness, the weekends. Mind you, it can go like super dead, and then all of a sudden one thing breaks and shit hits the fan, and then we're like, my goodness, now we got to like really give her. But then again, sometimes it doesn't even do that, so I don't know, people. I don't know. So yeah, just fired up the shitmobile. She gets so upset because the sun moves. She likes to lay there because between the hours of like 10 and about, I'd say 2, the sun just beams right here and she gets blasted with it and she just loves it, eh? She just cooks and she's like, oh, these big yawns. Who's the big yawning kitty? And she just loves it. Like, I guess it gets her body all warm and she loves that kind, but like, they got a blanket down here to sleep on and stuff. I just don't know why they don't use it. Like, Oreo sometimes uses it. It's this one over here. Like, originally I had it laying out over here, but either Oreo or Scampers grabbed it and dragged it over to the corner and started sleeping on it. And they really like it. Oh, you're going to give her the Tonka death roll? Come on, bud, death roll that shit. Death roll it. Don't want it today? Death roll it. Come on. No? You don't want to? Gonna wag your fluffy bum? No. Oh, he almost went for a death roll. Rawr. I don't know why he does that. He goes on this side face. Oh, there he goes. He's going into a death roll, boys. He's a your puppy. He's a your puppy dog. Who's just a little puppy dog, eh? It's the Cookie Monsters. I don't know why he's circling. He's like a shark. He's like part shark, part gator, all Pomeranian. Oh, he's trying for the death roll. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, you're so fluffy. We got to get you a haircut. For Frig sakes, you look like a freaking lion. Maybe tomorrow I'll call the pet store there and see if I can get him in for Thursday or Friday and we'll get him shaved. Because, my goodness, he looks ferocious. He looks like the king of the jungle. The black lion. The barking black lion, even. He's so fluffy. And it's funny because I'll get his hair cut and like in a month and a half, it's all back. All of his hair is back. He looks like that again. Friggin' dog. Hair grows faster than mine does sometimes. Proof that 48 minutes ago, the fucking power failed. Just after I bumped my clocks all ahead an hour because spring ahead, fall back, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we lost an hour of sleep last night. Probably not why I'm feeling groggy. I think I'm coming down with something because my throat's been raspy and I just have no freaking energy anymore. I've talked with Bruce about the whole ordering online from Future Shop shit because he does it all the time with Best Buy and Amazon, and he found a microphone for the camera. I just want to check this tire real quick in case she's still around. Doesn't have a flat spot. I gotta do some shoveling out here because this driveway's looking decked. But yeah, I talked to Bruce about it because he's ordered from Best Buy and all that a couple times. He said it's never been a problem. Never been a problem. He usually takes about 2 to 3 days and he gets his shit, but I just changed the time on my clock. Pretty easy to do. You just press that button and then you use that dial to make the change. It's easy peasy. So let's get the frig out of here, and I want to go to Subway, grab a sandwich because I forgot to make what I wanted to make last night. Happens. All right, let's get out of here. Look at that, -1. Love it. Frig off, snow. You're not welcome here anymore. Oh, I bet you the underside of my car looks friggin' awesome right now. I just ran over the end of the snowbank there at the end of the driveway and I heard it just scrape off of everything on the bottom of the car. So, we're not losing fuel, so no fuel lines are compromised. Still have brakes, so brakes lines probably weren't compromised. Roads are narrow as frig. It's almost like it's scooter season out. But my buddy posts a picture on Facebook that says, be aware of bikers, use your fucking eyes. And it's like, as the seasons get warmer, motorcycles are going to be more and more on the roads. Keep your eyes out. Well, there was a motorcycle around here in the condition that it was on the picture. Chances are he didn't get hit. He just lost control because the roads are still kind of glitchy. You know, you get your motorbike and you put it over a patch of like what you're seeing on the right-hand side of the left-hand side of the road right now. Your back tire might get a little squirrely. Just might get a little, I know what they do on the mini bikes, my goodness. Watching Adrian go around the track there on his mini bike, I don't think his feet were ever on the pegs. I think he basically rode her with his feet down the whole time just to stay upright. Great bikes and all, but they're no good in the winter. That's why they're bikes and they're summer toys. It'd be awesome if Baja made like a mini sled. A little mini snowmobile, you know, a little friggin' 6.5 horsepower snowmobile. That's fucking annoying. The ice in the wheel well there, just banging off the tire when you turn it. That's gotta go. Yeah. I say that a lot, but yeah, you know. It's like my brain processing for the next entry into the vlog. Well, yeah, we're both, we're very anxious for friggin' romping season to start back up. It's gonna be a good time. You know, that's what I got the GoPro Hero 2 for, was for romping. And the GoPro Hero 4, I'm going to use it for vlogging. Don't worry, it wasn't a complete waste of money, for freak's sakes. It's just right now, it's not in the state. Like, building a pro rig takes time. It takes time. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to build a pro rig. And if for some reason I don't really like it for vlogging, well, it's not a complete loss, because I can always sell the camera or keep it for friggin' off-roading times. Like when we get out into mini biking, start using that one there instead of the GoPro Hero 2. Use the Hero 4 for mini bike runs. Get some real nice high definition shots, you know what I'm saying? It'd be pretty awesome probably. That's what those GoPro cameras are for, man, to beat on. I love it when you're driving down the street and the street's so fucked up that you can't even see where the yellow line is. So you're not sure if you're like in the wrong lane until a car smashes into you. It's freaking brilliant. Roads are so dick, they're gonna have to send the painting guys out again this spring to relay down new lines again. Seems to be a every summer job. You'd think they would come up with a paint that can survive the winter salts. You'd think. Instead of using friggin' God knows what, come up with a more permanent solution to the lines. Hell, use dyed cement. I'm pretty sure they probably make it. If not, brand new invention. Dye the concrete. Maybe it'll soak in a couple layers and it'll last more than just one season, because all the white lines, they just did these two in September, this area anyway. And I got some footage of me driving home from work and they were out painting this. I remember because I drove over wet paint and I kind of stained it and my tire had a white mark on it for a little while. Never showed that, but it's pretty awesome. Holy shit, we're gonna get to work super early. Super duper early, probably. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, these shifts, I'm telling you, fucking boring. At least during the weekdays, you get some calls, and sometimes you get a challenging one. Like, by challenging, I mean like there's literally a problem, and none of the friggin' standard process troubleshooting solves it. So then I gotta dig into my box, my repertoire of repairs, and come up with some unorthodox way to diagnose it or fix it, and that's when I have fun. I love when a problem challenges me to troubleshoot, and I'm able to pull it off using one of my unorthodox methods, because then I feel like that goof Dr. House, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that guy. All friggin' diagnostics through experimental and trial and error and other things. I like that. The other girls are already walking halfway across the road. The one girl goes over and presses the button just so that, I don't know why, like that's friggin' hilarious. Oh my goodness. The kids are loud today. Holy frig light, you gonna change or do I gotta pay you? Because I don't want to pay you. Friggin' teenagers, man, just beaking off at each other like hardcore. Oh, it's gonna be our turn soon. Alright, I don't know where the hell I'm gonna park, because there's like a ton of people here already. I'm not putting her in that corner. Fuck that shit. You know what? I'm gonna park it right here, frigate. Right here, because there's nowhere to park. All right, I'll be right back, people. I'm going to get a sandwich. Oh, you remember when gasoline was 95 cents a liter? Not anymore. Now it's $1.13 a liter. I keep forgetting that when I'm telling people how much it costs in US funds, that America's dollar, it's $1.20 Canadian for $1 American dollar, or something like that. Which is awesome for when I get paid on YouTube, because them dumb shits pay me in US. So when our dollar really starts to suck, you know, and if it does, then awesome, because when I get my paycheck from YouTube, if it's like $100, I end up getting 120. So fuck, bring the noise, you know. But I have a bad tendency of leaving my money in my PayPal and using it to buy shit off the internet, like off Fast Tech or off of eBay's. Or right now my PayPal's depleted because I used it all to buy the GoPro Hero and all the accessories. Yeah, we'll get back to that camera. I'm not too worried about it. It's a great camera and all. It's just one of the problems I had with it editing last night was when I shot the film outside, when I went on break and I stood out by the vlogging wall, the audio dips, because it basically sets the gain on the microphone depending on the ambient. And I don't find any way to get around the gain control on it, so I had to normalize each one of the clips and then manually adjust the volume from there to compensate for the dip. And there were times, I guess I was doing something with the camera or with the tripod, and it created this loud click which peaked the mic, and that was a problem. Now, I watched videos on that Polar Pro mic last night. Oh fuck, we're about to eat a plow, boys. We're about to eat a Dodge Ram plow. Oh fuck, should I back up? No, we're good. Thought he was gonna take the whole front end of my car off. I friggin' hate that corner right there. Hate it. Because people cut it way too short. But the Polar Pro, they had it up against the Rode mic, which is the mic the boys from the Trailer Park Boys were using on the Really Fucking Real show. And it worked pretty good. Like, their mic worked pretty good. It sounded really pro and stuff. But the Polar mic, I couldn't find the difference between it. Oh fuck. Jesus, guys, did you forget to pay the bill again? Forgot to pay the plow bill? Fucking morons. But the Polar mic looked just about as good as, or sounded just about as good as the Rhodes mic. And plus I got that Takstar at home too if I want to get really crazy and inventive with the audio. So not a big deal. I don't know, it's all stuff we're gonna have to play with. I forgot about that thing too. I would put the GoPro on there and take a video, but should probably bang off the roof. But yeah, like what I was thinking was, you know, once I wash it and all that, the sunroof, you know, you just open it up and you put the freaking GoPro on the outside on a suction cup or whatever, and you freaking just have her aiming downwind while we're driving, and that would give one hilarious of a shot probably. It'd be something like out of Grand Theft Auto maybe. I don't know. We'll have to try that. Like when I go to Blokes, maybe if it's a nice drive down and it's not piss and rain all weekend, maybe that's what I'll do is I'll put the GoPro out there and run a wire inside to a lapel. I don't even need to, but I would like to run a charging wire inside to keep it going, because the battery's only good for about, you know, maybe an hour and a half. If I put the bat pack on it, I could probably get about 4 hours out of it, but it wouldn't record the whole trip, that's for sure. So if I can have a charging cable inside, boom, boom, into the cigarette lighter, then we'll be good, right? And it'll make for a friggin' awesome time-lapse video from North Bay all the way to friggin' London, Ontario. That'd be quite the transition. I've done it before, but I did it with this camera. That was like 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago I did that, and that looked pretty awesome. People thought it was awesome because I was leaving North Bay and it was all snow. And then as I'm getting closer to Barrie, the snow is slowly turning into like dead grass. And then you get further down south and all of a sudden the grass is green. So it was like I shifted between biomes, you know what I'm saying? For anybody who plays Minecraft. But anyway, people, that's going to be my vlog for today. If anybody else has a GoPro Hero 4, go ahead and chime in and let me know how you edit your footage, because fuck's sakes, man, those files are massive and they bring my i7 to its knees. Now, I haven't tried it on the 2nd gen i7 or the 3rd gen i7. I just tried it on my 1st gen. Maybe the 2nd gen and the 3rd gen. Definitely the 3rd gen would be better because it's got native AVCHD/MP4 decoding, H.264 decoding built into the processor. But as it stands right now, that first generation i7 really does not like the footage. So yeah. But anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to shut her down here. So big time thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I know it wasn't action-packed or anything, but yeah, I'm just not feeling too well. I'm feeling kind of under the weather, so I might take the next couple days off vlogging and just friggin' deal with this shit. Sleep in till like friggin' 3:15 and then go to work 3:30 till 4 till midnight, I mean, and then go home and go back to bed. Burn off whatever the frig's kicking my arse. But on that note, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment, and until next time, people, keep on vlogging.